All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning, I am Tanvi Taneja. The headlines. Government issues notification to bring Citizenship Amendment Act into effect. Home Minister Amit Shah dedicates the National Cyber Crime Reporting Portal to the nation to enable online reporting of cyber crimes. Industrial output turns positive on account of growth in the manufacturing sector. Tripura leads the medal tally with 3 gold on the first day of Khelo India Youth Games in Guwahati. And in cricket, India beat Sri Lanka by 78 runs in the final T20 International to clinch the 3-match series. The Citizenship Amendment Act has come into effect from yesterday. The Centre has issued a Gazette notification in this regard. The notification said the central government appoints the 10th day of January 2020 as the date on which provisions of the Act will come into force. According to the Act, members of 6 minority communities who've come to India from Pakistan, Bangladesh and Afghanistan till December 31st, 2014, facing religious persecution there, will not be treated as illegal immigrants. They will be given Indian citizenship. The minority communities named in the Act are Hindus, Sikhs, Buddhists, Jains, Parsis and Christians to whom citizenship will be granted. Union Minister for Minority Affairs, Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi, said that when some political parties could not convince people on Citizenship Amendment Act, CAA, then they started creating confusion among a section of society. He was addressing a media conference in Lucknow on the issue of CAA yesterday. Mr. Naqvi said that some political parties are pursuing a false propaganda policy and using youth for their own agenda. He categorically asserted that there will be no change in CAA. He added that more than 500 Muslim persons, including people from Pakistan, also got citizenship after completing the proper procedure as laid down by the relevant law. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is reaching Kolkata today on a 2-day visit to the city. During his stay, he will inaugurate new exhibitions and art galleries at the old currency building in the afternoon. Our correspondent has more.
As per plan, 4 iconic buildings, namely Old Currency Building, Belvedere House, Victoria Memorial Hall and Met Cafe House have been renovated in Kolkata. The Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, will inaugurate exhibitions, namely 100 Years of Shantiniketan, Museum of Bengal Art, Army Kolkata, its history and culture, 100 Years of Bengali Cinema, housed there. The Prime Minister will also dedicate these 4 renovated heritage buildings to the nation. The Prime Minister will also open the interactive light and sound show at Howrah Bridge in the evening. He is scheduled to visit Belur Math, the headquarters of Ramakrishna Math and Mission, tonight. Arijit Chakraborty, AIR News, Kolkata.
Home Minister Amit Shah yesterday inaugurated the Indian Cybercrime Coordination Centre, I4C, and also dedicated the National Cybercrime Reporting Portal to the nation. The state-of-the-art centre is located in New Delhi. The National Cybercrime Reporting Portal, www.cybercrime.gov.in, is a citizen-centric initiative that will enable citizens to report cybercrimes online. All the cybercrime-related complaints will be accessed by the concerned law enforcement agencies in the states and union territories for taking action as per law. So far, over 700 police districts and 3,900 police stations have been connected with this portal. Union Home Minister Amit Shah will be on a 2-day visit to Gujarat from today. He will inaugurate several projects of the Gujarat Police and State Home Ministry at the Mahatma Mandir in Gandhinagar this morning. The minister will then dedicate several developmental projects and inaugurate various facilities at the Gandhinagar railway station. Mr. Shah will also be the chief guest at the 9th convocation of Gujarat Technological University in Gandhinagar. In the evening, he will address the gathering of chairmen and secretaries of the residential societies in Naranpura Assembly constituency. The Jammu and Kashmir administration revoked the Public Safety Act, PSA, against 26 individuals yesterday. These people were detained and booked under the PSA after 5th of August 2019. The centre had revoked special status of the erstwhile state of Jammu and Kashmir and bifurcated it into 2 union territories last year. The detainees are likely to be released today as some of them are lodged in prisons located outside the union territory. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. The third edition of the Prime Minister's interaction with school students, Pariksha Pe Charcha 2020, will be held at the Talkatoora Stadium in New Delhi on the 20th of this month. Over 2,000 students, parents and teachers will be participating from all over the country in this event. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will answer questions and interact with selected students. He will discuss how to beat exam stress. Talking to AIR News, Vishwaranjan Maul, a student of the Kendriya Vidyalaya in Bihar, said that last year's speech helped him in his board exams.
I just want to say that the speech that was given by our Prime Minister in Pariksha Pe Charcha last year was very helpful for me as well as for all the students in India. It really helped me a lot during my board exams. It was a very motivational speech and my whole Vidyalaya enjoyed that program.
Nimisha Gogoi of the Kendriya Vidyalaya in Assam said that the speech of the Prime Minister during Pariksha Pe Charcha is helpful to overcome exam pressure.
The lectures that he gave actually are quite useful for me. They are kind of quite as a boost up when you are actually not feeling very good. They are inspirational when you need some inspirational dose. Personally, I feel that the lectures that he gave or the pep talks are actually quite beneficial for the younger generation.
In Uttar Pradesh, at least 10 people were killed and more than 25 injured in a road accident in Kannauj district late last night. The fatal incident happened near Ghiloi village under Chebramao police station when a private bus collided with a truck on the national highway. Both vehicles caught fire after the accident and passengers were charred to death. Around 44 passengers were on the bus going to Jaipur from Kannauj. 25 passengers who have been seriously injured are admitted to hospitals at the Chebramao and Terva. More from our correspondent.
Expressing deep sorrow on the fatal incident, Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has announced rupees 2 lakh each to the nearest kin of the deceased. He has also announced financial assistance of rupees 50,000 to the each injured. He has instructed free and best possible treatment to the injured. ADG Police, Kanpur Zone, Prem Prakash has said the toll may increase. Ramnas Agnotri, Minister of Excise in the state government, has been asked to visit the families of victims. Meanwhile, a detailed report of the accident has been sought from District Magistrate Kannauj. MS Yadav, AIR News, Lucknow.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that he is deeply saddened to know about the horrific road accident in Kannauj. In a tweet, he conveyed his condolences to the family members of those killed in the accident and prayed for the early recovery of the injured. The industrial output grew by 1.8% in November last year, turning positive after 3 months of contraction on account of growth in the manufacturing sector. According to the National Statistical Office data released yesterday, the growth in the manufacturing sector was 2.7% as against a contraction of 0.7% in November 2018. The Index of Industrial Production, IIP, had grown by 0.2% in November 2018. In Oman, Sultan Qaboos bin Said Al Said died last evening. The 79-year-old was the Arab world's longest-serving ruler. He had been undergoing medical treatment in Belgium. Reports say he was suffering from colon cancer. 3 days of national mourning have been declared in Oman. Sultan Qaboos had deposed his father, Sayyid bin Taimur, in a bloodless coup in 1970. Since then, he has dominated the political life of Oman for almost 5 decades. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo and Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin announced yesterday that the U.S. has imposed new sanctions on Iran's metal exports. Sanctions were also imposed on 8 senior Iranian officials. The new penalties came days after Iran fired missiles at the U.S. bases in Iraq. The move was made in retaliation to an American airstrike in Baghdad that had killed Iran's top military leader, General Qasem Soleimani. Moving on to sports. Gymnasts Priyanka Das Gupta and Jatin Kumar Kanojia grabbed the spotlight with all-round gold medals at Day 1 of the Khelo India Youth Games 2020 in Guwahati yesterday. Tripura is leading the medals tally with 3 gold. Maharashtra is at the second position with 9 medals, including 2 golds, and Uttar Pradesh settled for the third spot, winning 2 golds with total 5 medals. More from our correspondent.
Tripura's Priyanka Das Gupta clinched the 3 gold medals and girls under-17 all-round crown in gymnastics. Daughter of a driver, Priyanka missed out a podium finish in last games at Pune by mere 0.05 points. Jatin Kumar Kanojia of Uttar Pradesh also claimed the boys under-17 all-round crown with 2 gold medals. Ashim Ankush and Shreya Praveen made it 1-2 for Maharashtra in the girls under-17 rhythmic gymnastic all-round competition. But it was the self-taught Upasha Talukdar who captured the hearts of crowd by winning a bronze. It was Assam's first medal in the game. With Manas Pratim Sharma, Shashank Kumar from Guwahati.
Today there would be several events including in archery, athletics, gymnastics, judo, kabaddi, shooting, table tennis and volleyball. In cricket, India beat Sri Lanka by 78 runs in the third and final T20 International to win the 3-match series 2-0 in Pune last evening. Put into bat first, India scored 201 for 6 in the stipulated 20 overs. Openers KL Rahul and Shikhar Dhawan scored 50 each for India. Sandakan scalped 3 wickets for Sri Lanka. Defending the total, the Indian bowlers led by right-arm pacer Navdeep Saini 3 for 28, Shardul Thakur 2 for 19 dished out a disciplined effort to bundle out Sri Lanka for 123 in 15.5 overs. Off-spinner Washington Sundar also picked up 2 wickets, giving away 37 runs from his 4 overs. India's Shardul Thakur was adjudged player of the match and Navdeep Saini was adjudged player of the series. India thus won the series 2-0 after registering a comprehensive 7-wicket win in the second T20 International in Indore. The first match of the series was washed out in Guwahati without a ball being bowled. Indian pacer Jasprit Bumrah became the leading wicket-taker in T20 Internationals yesterday. He achieved the feat after he dismissed Sri Lankan opener Danushka Gunatilaka in the third and final T20 series against Sri Lanka in Pune. And now for an overview of today's newspapers. It's over to Anuja Kumar.
Thank you, Tanvi. The Supreme Court ordering a review of internet curbs in Jammu and Kashmir gets top billing in newspapers today. Section 144 cannot be used to quell dissent, repetitive orders and abuse of power, says Supreme Court, headlines The Times of India. Access to internet is a fundamental right, says SC, writes the Hindustan Times. Reporting on the violence in JNU last Sunday, the Times of India says Delhi police point finger at mostly left groups. JNU VC unmoved says fee hike will be implemented, reports the Asian Age. Jet with 176 people downed by missile, 4 countries confirmed, writes the Hindustan Times, adding Tehran denies charge, Canada, UK claim proof. India to double US oil imports to cut reliance on others, reads another Hindustan Times headline. The Pioneer notes Chanda Kocher's 78 crore assets seized for money laundering. And finally, in extremely worrying news, 10,000 student suicides in 2018, highest in 10 years, headlines The Times of India, with 28 students on an average committing suicide every day last year. Shocking indeed. And with that, it's back to you, Tanvi.
Thank you, Anuja. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Government issues notification to bring Citizenship Amendment Act into effect. Home Minister Amit Shah dedicates the National Cybercrime Reporting Portal to the nation to enable online reporting of cyber crimes. Industrial output turns positive on account of growth in the manufacturing sector. Tripura leads the medal tally with 3 gold on the first day of Khelo India Youth Games in Guwahati. And in cricket, India beat Sri Lanka by 78 runs in the final T20 International to clinch the 3-match series. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.